Our story began not so long ago. Balance and prosperity were within the Mushroon Kingdom, which had experienced many adventures and various troubles over time. And at first glance there were no great threats on the horizon, no princesses to rescue, no stars to go looking for. Things calmed down over time, which was almost becoming abnormal. However, this no longer worried our protagonists, too busy celebrating in the palace. The adventures would surely resume another time, but at the moment there was no reason to agonize. This attraction was more than just visual. As the black hole began to aspirate everyone in its path, including Mario and Luigi, who had never been so surprised by an unknown threat. This wasn't a move by Bowser, and Tazma or Princess Shrew. A new evil had arisen, and it struck unpredictably, and no one could have anticipated it. Whatever constituted this macabre masquerade, it had succeeded. And here we are. Balance and prosperity were within the Mushroom Kingdom, but what good is it if no one is there to celebrate? All the inhabitants have been aspirated into the black hole. There is nothing left except the buildings that were once accommodated our adventurers, all of which is now nothing but a remnant, with nothing but emptiness as its only resident. Our two heroes, BF and GF, arrived shortly after the kingdom's disappearance. Following a well-deserved vacation, their smiles faded after noticing the absence of people in the Mushroom Kingdom. They then wondered where they had all gone, since there were no surprise parties planned. At least that's what they thought, because the castle had plenty in store for them now. It gave off a strange feeling. Our two protagonists couldn't help but investigate this story to see what happened to their friends. And here we are again. Two heroes facing an evil they didn't know. They don't know. Mistakes they didn't make, but that they will have to repair. The cycle of adventure resumes its course in the Mushroom Kingdom. And with that, we're finally at the actual menu. Hello everybody, it's me, Mr. Easily Big Triggered, and welcome back to Friday Night Funkin'. This week, we're playing Sunday Night Plumbin, an FNF mod based on Mario horror media. It's barely been in development for 4 years. It released this Sunday. So yeah, I am very much excited to see what it has to offer. That opening cutscene was a treat to read, and I'm very much looking forward to see their interpretations of all the Mario creepypastas and other spooky things. So without further ado, let's go! Play, power-ups, credits, and options. Let's just check our options before we actually begin to make sure the flash lights are off. Frame rate's fine. Flashing menu's off. ATVs are fine. I wonder what advanced is about. Options for the mod itself. Language is English. Configuration default. Ready and alt. So the main menu is play startup warning. Shader settings. Shaders. Disable those. I do not want those. Power-ups, wonder what that's about. None. Fire flower scroll speed is increased by 1.5. Ice flower scroll speed is decreased by half. Metal tab, you can't take any damage, but no score. If you miss a note, you die. Yeah, that sounds terrible. So no power-ups. Let's just play this normally. So without further ado, let's go.
My greetings, Blue One. As you can see, our dear friend Mario has vanished. If you want to know what my intentions are and save our favorite mustachioed plumber, you'll first have to deal with some of my monstrous friends hidden in these beautiful paintings. And then you will join me on your final journey. In my world, Luck won't save you.
So, the mastermind challenges us to face his friends. Now, our first song, Immortal. In this case, they're represented as paintings on the castle walls, just like in Super Mario 64. Immortal. Don't be a daredevil. Our first challenger is... Mario.exe by Cool Rash. So he is revealed himself. Zombie wants to sing this level. The devil has appeared before us. Well, quite a marathon for the first song. Exit. Exit. It's time to move on. Alright, on to the next song. Betrayed. And judging by the green skull, I have a pretty good idea who we're up against next. Watch out for the fireballs. The haters looking pretty cool. Dang it, I got hit. What the gifts? I thought I had those disabled. I like that. Another amazing I Hate You Luigi song. Also solid dodge mechanic. Okay, for some dumb reason, every time a song ends and we press escape to go back to the song menu, the recording just stops. I don't know why it's doing that, but I hate it. It's gonna make this whole thing take longer than it actually should. Anyway, on to our next song, Cataclysmic. And I definitely know who we're up against, judging by those clouds. And I was, never believe things in odd places. Yeah, I know all too well who resides in a domain with clouds like that. The destroyer of innocence himself, MX. Shit, this goes hard, man. These songs in it has been straight bangers from the beginning. Absolutely loving the experience so far. Before we actually move on, I will voice a complaint that I remember specifically asking for camera flashes to be turned off in settings, and yet they seem to be happening anyway. Not cool. You give me the option to disable something, actually disable it, okay? It's like with frames per second counter. Anyway, next song, Cosmic Copy. Enjoy the present moment.
3, 2, 1, go!
Has a boy over there and you think she can best me. See, something kind of familiar. Oh great, the cosmic clones are here now. Tower just exists, no, not there. Ooh, nice dead. Shame you had to copy them for a bunch of henchmen. cosmic knockoffs gave it their best shot, but they're no match for us. That's just so nice. Anyway, up next, called the Inferno, and I'm seeing a no boyfriend on the screen. Though from the looks of it, this guy seems to be a fan of Friday Night Funkin'. He hates you. It's framed like a YouTube video. Part sounds familiar. And ironically, the song it reminds me of is one that doesn't even have boyfriend in it. Yeah, this reminds me of the original version of Bite from Purple Guy. Again, weird, because that song did not have boyfriend in it. Or actually it fits because this guy doesn't like boyfriend apparently. The hater learned his place and backed off. He's an inferior hater to I Hate You, Luigi, anyway. Next up, something called Cracked Egg. You can't make omelets without cracking a few eggs. Something's off about this Mario. Mario? Did you just get closer? That was clearly the motion of about to push us off. In fact, he just did that. He pushed us off. What's up with this guy? Huh, it's an egg. Oh, that's not a Yoshi. It's victim number 1. Next up, iceberg. I recognize that door. I know all too well who's waiting for us on the other side. Or at least I have a very good guess as to who. What? What? What just happened? I think we just saw something we weren't supposed to see, or we just got trolled. Anyway, the goal is simple. Run. Iceberg is in iceberg of things if we hidden lure. And indeed it is him. You want fun? Wario show you fun.
Here I go.
Hey, that's the thing. We have escaped. Like detail, he tried to bang on the door after it shut, but to no avail. We escaped. Up next, Silent. You can't find your way. Maybe asking for directions could help. Something's up with that toad. That is not a toad. Okay, I think his power is getting lower. Oh, that's our power. So don't miss. Yeah, okay. Well, whatever the case, we managed to survive against that thing.
Well, I think the time has come. You are very insightful, I'll give you that. But remember, every soul can be shattered. Come, show me that you are worth tearing into little pieces.
Okay, unfortunately I wasn't able to record the cutscene because I was just caught off guard by the game window fuckery that is currently occurring. He has forced the game into a tiny window on the top left of the screen. Anyway, the mastermind has decided he's impressed with our skills and he's decided to face me to see if you're worth tearing into pieces. I will also link the showcase from the official YouTube channel so y'all can see the cutscene for yourself. Anyway, let's face him. He's waiting for us in disturbing presence. Good luck. Something else we were gonna need that luck. The mastermind behind the black hole is Gilbert. He the black and white Mario with photorealistic eyes. Guess he was tired of being just a meme. Oh, that's trippy. It's actually messing with my brain. More trippy shit. Is that it? That's it, we beat him. Thought I missed way more. We congratulate you on your victories, but the evil is only just surging. This story is far from over. In the meantime, bonus tracks are available for you. I unfortunately was not able to record the full cutscene because more game window fuckery. But I will be I'll be try to once again showcase will be linked. Anyway, we've launched another song called Blessing. Before we move on, time to readjust our window. Okay, before we actually move on to the bonus songs, I feel like messing with the power-ups a bit. You shall begin with the poison mushroom network. We're gonna do Infernal. Alright, this time we actually can't miss. I mean, we already beat the song without missing any notes, but this time it's enforced.
Going to burn both, friend. From a Friday night, Funkin.
Okay, that caught me off guard. Didn't even realize I missed. He's done. Alright, next power we're gonna do is the metal cap. And we're gonna go back to immortal. And only this time, we actually will be immortal. Yeah, as a trade-off for not being able to take damage, we get negative points. Like, this is the game punishing you for playing on baby mode. I'm almost tempted to just stop the song now, but I honestly want to see how low our score will go. Pretty sure there should be subtitles for if they have spoken lines. Like, he's clearly was trying to say something. Couldn't really make out what it was. Is that about he wanted to play with me? He was also talking to Luigi, even though Luigi isn't here. At least I was expecting one of the bad ranks because of how low our score is, but nope, they let us off. Alright, for our next power up, we're gonna go with the ice flower. And for the fire flower. The ice flower, I'm planning to do cosmic copy because, well, the cosmic clones like to go fast. Let's see them go slow now. And for fire flower, we're gonna go to cataclysmic. Anyway, let's just see what the effect the notes will have now. Poison mushroom, there it looks poisonous. El Cap, they're all shiny. Let's see what they'll look like with the ice flower. Super Funkin Galaxy reference? Yeah, there's a whole FNF mod dedicated to Super Mario Galaxy.
3, 2, 1, go!
They frozen and they about to crack. Those will get half points because the notes are going slower. That's literally skated far. I'm really a fan of that part, Sensei. He sounds all mean. Good instead of super. Alright. Last power up. Time to say hi to MX again, only this time we're about to go super fast. Familiar faces don't mean safety. Yep, he's living proof of that. In fact, it's his whole shtick. Takes the form of the man in red that we all know and love, but it's only to lure you in so he can then break the child's innocence. Ah, they're coming in so fast, they're all spaced out. These notes are speed, but so am I. Plus, as they come in faster, they reward more points. Yippee! Somehow we managed to hit every note, not one miss. I really am speed. Thanks for the fun game, MX. See you next time. Still only a good because that game was not impressed with my spamming. Oh well. Alright. Power-ups are deactivated, so now we can get back to hang on. Let's check out our first bonus song. Blessing. The Lord works in mysterious ways. So we've been told. Ah, it's Roblox. Catholic Mario, huh? Well, thanks for that enriching experience. Guess I'll think about accepting Jesus. Okay, so for the bonus stuff, we didn't get a results screen. They just sent us back to the menu immediately, which meant recording stopped quicker than expected. Anyway, our next song is called Golden Hammer. NYC always has to deal with things like these. Ah, it's the original Donkey Kong from 1981. Now, something's up with Jumpman. I don't remember him being so big. And, oh my god. You're taking it all in, and come on, man, you can't do that. Where did these spotlights come from? That was a thing. No comment, really. Oh, now there's a results screen. Ooh, different results music, I like it. Alright, next up on the docket, Fatal Wrap. Nuclear weapons are always fatal. I have a pretty good idea as to what this is. Yep. Wario dies. In this case, he dies while eating chili because suddenly a nuclear bomb was dropped. Yeah, I know, we're on the left. In less than 4 minutes, he will say the line. Why is there a pigeon on the window? He said the thing! Can I go home, folks? Okay, so from the looks of it, Blessing is the only one that doesn't have a result, and it just takes us straight back to the menu after that song. Whereas the other songs, there is results. Next up, Heartless. And we're seeing a big star in the center. And pillars. The vulnerable state our kingdom is in now only invites attack. It is the Power Star series. aka Devil Mario. Ooh, Pico's facing him. That's basically cool. Just keep doing it. Hold on, they're good for our bullets. Huh, that ended quicker than expected. Or we're not done, are we? Yeah, we're not done. Now we're done. Poltergeist. Something tells me even though we're in Luigi's mansion, we're not going to be seeing Luigi himself. There is one more ghost to be faced. Something tells me that ghost isn't King Boo. I don't remember this room being in the mansion. It's like boyfriend found the S.C. Escher painting. Relativity. It's ELH. Sounds like he was trying to say something earlier, though. Looks like our trek through the haunted mansion has come to a close. That was definitely my favorite of the bonus songs. Very spooky. We overcame all the obstacles of Sunday Night Plumbin. For years this project has existed. Sunday Night Plumbin, an FNF mod made out of passion for the fandom and all the creations around the famous mustache plumber. The whole dev team put their hearts into it because we love both FNF and Mario. In fact, Silent, Heartless, and Poltergeist were created without the director even knowing by part of the original team who simply wanted to have fun and share their passion. This was revealed only a week before the mod's release. Create what you like, have fun, and don't be afraid to try new things, that's what truly matters. Thank you so much for playing our game, and see you next time. The Plumbers/the S&P dev team. You're very welcome, guys. You guys made something beautiful. This is definitely among my absolute favorite FNF mods. You love my spooky Mario stuff, love Mario's Madness, love Mario FNF 4, love Mario's Monday Night Massacre. It's definitely up there with them. Oh, what a blast this has been. Check the retro mushroom in the power-up menu. You may have missed something. Ooh, a new power-up to mess with. Alright, don't mind if I do. The end. Thank you so much for playing my game. I wonder who baked the cake. Ooh. A gallery. Cool Rash. Scrapped board. It's originally gonna be based off of the Super Horror Mario, I see. More concepts. Yeah, old more portraits. Concepts. Nah, it's just straight up Super Horror Mario. Let's go. Yes, was that the old song name? Scrap sprites. Yeah, I remember this. Zombie Toad. Scrap backgrounds. Ooh, that's MX. I remember this one. Watch your tones, press space to miss. He's gonna have a jump scare. Honestly, I'm glad they didn't implement that. That probably would have been annoying. I hate you, Luigi. Ooh. Concepts. I like this one. No, the final sprite is much cooler, yeah. Cosmic Mario. Death storyboard. Demonic Mario. Concept. You failing if winning, that sadly was never implemented. Got pause art. Cool art. Wario. Usually it was just going to be the entrance to Dire Docks. Concepts. Classic FNF perspective. That's right. Wow, he went through a lot of changes before they settled on this one. Gilbert. Yeah, that wouldn't have been as spooky. Yeah, we saw the similar style Luigi and Wario behind it. Sorry about cutscenes. If you used power-ups. Come back without power-ups, so I guess if you had power-ups equipped. Glad I didn't do that. Gilbert cursed BFGF. Got Mechanic cursed Toad who hides the notes. Glad that wasn't implemented. Things he does with the notes is enough. Victim number 1. Mario. And the victim. Storyboard. Yep, only on VF. Then he pushes us off, and then the egg, and then the victim number 1 escapes from the egg. Cats like Mario. Yeah, because originally she was gonna have a pink dress. JP, or Jumpman. Or I guess MX if he was Jumpman from the original Donkey Kong, because that's what they're going for. I mean, especially with the I'm convinced that was the case because this. Classic. Wario dies. Maltigi. Vega was crafted in every 2 minutes. Maltigi hopefully for his appearance fun. Because yeah, there was a teaser for him on the YouTube channel, and Vega was initially from Mario's Madness V2, but got scrapped because Vega's creator hates him. And, well, PG, he's here somewhere. Just gotta find him first. Mario and Luigi opinion. Scrapped. Mario's opinion is somewhere. Mario says, Luigi says. Silent. Is that what this thing's called, by the way? Is it called Silent, or is that just the name of the song? Poltergeist, K. ELH. Feedback menu. Heartless. Pico's design. Feedback menu. YFGF. GF. Others, free play, power up, results, menu concepts, logos, versus Mario.exe, others, Scrupulous Fingor. Ooh, I think these would have looked cool. Nene the Boo. Wanna find Maltigi? And that's the whole gallery. Now then, let's see this retro mushroom. So retro. It's awfully finicky. We found him! We found Maltigi. And now here we get his song. The last song in the thing. Earache, huh? Now what the hell is this? Yeah, message received. We weren't supposed to touch the Maltese notes during that attack. Behold my final strike. Guess that means he wins. You know, first I'll call earache. That actually wasn't as ear-rupturing as I thought it was going to be. Shut out the business, you still got an A. Super!